Welcome, everybody, to this episode of the Waiting Queue podcast brought to you by the Game Phreeks channel. This is a specifically Let's Play YouTube channel that also has this podcast on it. Although we do put more podcast on here, we're trying to get back into the Let's Play space.
Specifically Let's Play channel with no Let's Plays.
Yes.
No, we have Let's Plays. Go check them out.
Yeah.
Right now, leave this. Actually, don't leave this
Don't
video.
leave this video.
Finish this video and then
go check them out.
on your second monitor, pull up another video, and it's one of our Let's Plays.
Mm-hmm.
We did.
And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Right?
Yeah.
Do people do that now anymore?
What? Like and subscribe? No.
No. Well, yeah, no, but like ask people to like smash that like button.
Sure. I think it's the normal YouTube jargon, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I need you to decimate that fucking like button and then leave your thoughts in the comments. That's close. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. That's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Get a little bit of engagement. Leave what you thought about this in the comments below. And let us know what you think about it. What is it, though?
What is it? Wait, what? What is it?
Like, what are we talking about? What is it, though?
Oh, you know, they had that D&D thing, and we're getting pretty close to becoming veteran D&D players.
Veteran?
Well, you know, we haven't even played a game yet, so once we, you know, play a game, then we can, you know... It's like all the people in the Creator Clash. They, since they boxed in that event with the commission, technically they're all professional boxers because they boxed professionally.
Yeah.
And since we'll play D&D, we'll become veteran Dungeons and Dragons players. Because we've played it before.
So playing it makes you a veteran, not the amount of hours that you have logged in as like either watching or experience?
Yeah, but then what is that time then?
What do you mean? Like if I watched a podcast, if I've watched like a ton of D&D, does that make me a veteran? Does that get me closer to being
a veteran and watching D&D?
I don't know about that, because like
because you could be a combat veteran, but then you just watched a bunch of war movies. You wouldn't be a combat veteran there. You'd be a veteran in watching movies.
That makes sense. I can't argue that. It'd be like, yeah.
I'm just saying, what if it's not just like, oh, you've done it before and that makes you, you know, kind of a vet. You know, there's maybe different degrees of it, but then what is the time? Like, how many hours do you have to put in to be considered a vet then? If it's not just your first time, like you have to put in 100 hours, 2 hours
of watching or playing.
Probably playing.
To be a vet, I would think you would have to put in at least,
because you can't say
like 200 hours.
You can't say that there's
D&D.
people like Destiny veterans.
Yeah.
You know, people that just watch other people play Destiny. They can't be. They're not Destiny veterans. They just watch people play it.
Yeah, that's true. That makes sense. Not arguing. They're knowledgeable about the game, but they're not veterans because
they're not experienced in it.
They do not have the experience.
Mm-hmm. Now we will have the experience.
6,000 plus experience here. 6,000 hours plus experience here.
Jesus. So I think every time you bring that up and
people freak out, I have 10,000 hours.
Well, it's always this.
I'm not saying it's like an accomplishment. I'm saying like it's outrageous that I have that much time in one game.
Like we always get comments whenever we have something with that, where people are just, "Wow, that's sad," or those are rookie numbers. There's never been this right down the middle.
Yeah, we're like, wow, that's a lot. Here's my hours.
Yeah. People are like, that's not bad, but...
It's either people who are jealous that they can't play the game as much. Those are the people who are like, oh my God, no lifer. But in all reality, those people are just mad that they don't have the time to play. And then you have the people who are like, oh, rookie numbers. Those are the guys who have like 7,000 hours. It's like 1,000 more hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, when it comes to D&D, I have 0 hours playing, and I have an ungodly amount of time watched. Like a lot.
I got super mad because I've been listening to Critical Role while I work at work.
Yeah.
and I had to turn off my headphones for something, and it was in the middle of an episode. I think it was like episode 10, and then later, several hours later, I grab my phone again and I see it's still playing, but for some reason it's set up on Spotify to like jump to episode 40.
It does that sometimes on Spotify when you're going through like the first campaign. It will jump like early, and I don't know why it does that. Then you have to go back through and like put you back online. It did that to me twice going through the first campaign.
Yeah, so I'm like, now I'm like halfway through episode 40 when I was like halfway through episode 10. So I was like, God damn it. I got to go back and find and maybe somewhere close. Cause like trying to get you exactly where you were and like a long video and like a short little thing. Yeah. It's just a little, oh dude, I was so mad. I can't wait to see this Tiberius Stormwind character really develop and become an endgame character.
Yeah, he's huge. He becomes very, very important into the story.
Figure he would.
Man, there's so many good scenes in season 1 or in campaign 1. So many just like straight D&D bangers.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to talk about the the virtual tabletop game. I sent it to you and you got all mad because you were like, it'll never beat the table. It'll never
not get mad.
I would rather die.
I did not get mad, but
I sound like Mickey Mouse.
I don't want to play digital fucking D&D. What is the point of playing D&D? It's a tabletop fucking game, not a laptop game, okay?
Yeah, but this makes it's in the title. It's a virtual tabletop.
Stupid.
So it is
fucking dumb.
So
what would you rather play?
There's nothing wrong about this. It's
Uno on
virtual.
Xbox or Uno in person, so you can actually punch the person.
Well, yeah, but what if
actually Uno on Xbox is a banger?
Yeah, because now you can find random people.
I want to show up at the table, and then the fun thing about being, and I'm not, this hasn't happened yet, but I'm very, very excited about this as the DM. Is I get to paint the things, and when we start doing, and I start building physical battle maps, it's gonna be so cool when we get to that time where I like pull it out and I'm like boom on the table, and you guys are like, wow, look how fucking cool this is, look at all the time you put in this is like an art form of its own, and then the computer just strips it from you. It's like, oh cool, it's digital.
Well, the way I took it,
it looks dope as fuck though.
Yeah, it looks good. The way I took it, how you would play this game is not so much like when they showcased it, they were obviously all sitting around like as if they were there.
Yeah.
But I think
this is for the games that aren't physical. People who play with friends that aren't in the same area or
yes,
shit like
I could see us. I could see us doing this, but again, we only have me, you, and Katie that have fucking computers.
Yeah, but we could easily find, like, I could pull people from Eden they all play D&D, so if we really wanted to do a one shot with people, we could I could easily find people to do one shots. But yeah, Mitchell has to get a computer. But do you have anything to show or no? You don't have anything to show?
I didn't really want to show the video because it's like I think it was like an 8-minute video, but
well, yeah, I don't want to show the whole video.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was cool.
No,
I do. I want to play the tabletop, like the actual physical. Maybe the most digital I'll ever go is probably use D&D Beyond. Maybe I'll get a tablet for D&D Beyond and like taking notes because I hate my handwriting and I type faster. So just having like a little thing to like.
Sure, I mean you can always transfer later too.
So you want me to write twice?
Well, one would be writing, one would be typing, 2 different forms. So no, you would only be writing once.
No. I'll get it later. I'll see if it's something that like, oh, I want this a little bit of life improvement to.
What I want to get is like a tablet with like. Well, I want to get a tablet, like a Microsoft tablet, but that's if we keep playing. But yeah, I think everybody should at least use D&D Beyond if we when we do homebrew, because
Well, that would be nice because
you'll still have a physical character sheet. That's important because sometimes like you just can't find things quick enough on your character sheet on D&D Beyond. But like, I'm also like fine. I don't care how you guys play, just as long as you guys have your fucking information ready. So I'm not like babysitting the whole time when we're doing homebrews.
Physical dice.
Yeah, you ain't rolling no digital dice on my table, okay? I get the algorithms all made and stuff on D&D Beyond, but no. I want to see your dice rolls.
We're all... well, hold on. What if we got Sea of Thieves opened up and we use those dice to roll?
No. There's no way that their Sea of Seas...
You want to just step back a little bit? Rethink about what you're about to say?
I don't think Sea of Thieves has an algorithm for their dice rolls. I think it's legitimately a random generator.
Because it's not
D&D
as important
Beyond
as...
physically uses a weight system. Your screen size matters. The type of dice that you have in the app matters because you can buy dice on their store. What the dice is made out of in the app, it all is factored in the roll of that dice, which is really cool to me. But yeah, we're not physical dice. We gotta have.
We should do we should do an experiment. Or you know what? We should make we should do what like a Mr. Beast video. You know how
we cure people's blindness?
No. I don't want to get canceled. I want. Well, you know how
we give a waitress a car?
No. Shut the fuck up. You know how he always does he starting out he like counted to 1 million or whatever in a video.
Yeah.
What if we rolled a dice like
1,000 times?
Like 1,000 times.
Just because?
Yeah, it's just the video rolling a D20 1,000 times.
On TikTok?
No, on YouTube. Like the full video of us just rolling a dice, picking it back up, and then rolling it again.
That's so dumb.
Mr. Beast literally just counted to like 1 million, and it was like people just watch because they're like, "Is this guy actually doing it?" You don't think we could do that just for like dice rolls? That's easier than counting.
Do we don't write anything down? We just roll the dice.
I would just make sure the camera shot can see what the number at the top is, so if people wanted to, they could figure it out.
We should do that.
I think we should. I'm no joke. I think that's like actually something.
Next weekend, let's record that.
Okay.
We're doing it.
Fuck yeah. We got it. We're in.
We're going to be posting a video on this channel of us rolling a D20 1,000 times.
And then
be ready, be prepared. It's going to be fucking wild, dude. We should really hype this up. It's going to be wild.
Well, if it does really well, then we'll do it 1,000 times with a D4, a D10, a D8,
if it does really,
a D100.
I was going to say, if it does really well, we buy a D100 and we roll a D100 100,000 times. No, I'm kidding. Ease up there. Bro, there's no way it does good. We got to make TikTok clips out of it, though.
Yeah.
And like post a TikTok clip of us rolling it like 10 times, and then it's
well,
like,
what if we did like rolling a D20 1,000 times,
all
part one.
The parts.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea either, to be honest. Each one is like 100 rolls. I don't know how long our videos can be.
I usually make them a minute long because then that can fit on like Reels and YouTube Shorts.
Right, but sometimes we could, if we just make it a TikTok video.
Right.
But anyways, we're going to roll a dice 1,000 times.
1,000, and then maybe it's like, okay, well, that was enough. Now it's 5,000 times.
How do you roll your dice?
We've already talked about this. I think mine was like a jerk off, and I wanted to use hickory hands, and you didn't let me.
We're not using hickory hands at the table. I will for sure punish you guys. And you guys, like, if you guys do something stupid and I'm like, okay, that's a disadvantage on your next roll. I don't want, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. No hickory hands, okay?
I found out where the hickory hands came from.
Tanner.
I know it's from Tanner, but I asked Tanner, I was like, what is hickory hand? What did that even happen? And he's like, Oh, I washed my hands and my hands smelled like hickory.
What? That's what it came from?
Yeah. You know, you would
Hickory! What the fuck? That's so stupid, but so great at the same time. Huh? That's interesting. Speaking of D&D though and everything at the showcase, yeah, they did the virtual TV thing, which is cool. You know, everybody keeps showing me. Even Mitchell does this. He sends me videos of like the TV screen as like the table and everything.
I like it when they do like the
moving fights or like an air fight or an ocean fight.
Well, I think it's cool when it's like, you know, they set it up as like lava or and like, you know, like rivers and stuff like that. Like it's just like the land, but then like they place the actual physical 3D prints on. I'm like, I think that's pretty cool when they do that.
So yeah, we'll see. I need a space. Once I have a space, that is really where it's going to come in.
Well, we need a commitment.
Commitment
that we're gonna keep doing this before we do anything like that. Obviously,
you have
it would
my
just
commitment.
We need Mitchell to get down on one knee, give us both a ring, a very expensive ring for us to pawn off. But then, you know, now he's committed. And like, we'll give you this money back if you play D&D with us for the rest of our lives.
I mean, Katie, you're gonna play for a while, I'm assuming.
Yeah, definitely.
That didn't sound too convincing.
We might
I'm sorry.
We might need a very expensive ring from you as well.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we needed a commitment, but we were getting very close. But what I was gonna say is, like, at the showcase, did they show that Minecraft thing? The D&D Minecraft?
I don't know if they showed it there, but I mean, there was. I didn't really watch the whole.
I didn't watch any
thing.
of the showcase.
I just saw like a couple of the stuff that came up with it because, you know, getting into D&D. But yeah, Minecraft is doing like a D&D thing because it seems like
it's a story mode.
It's a story mode, and seeing some of the stuff, I was like, this looks fun as shit because they're adding like full on D&D mobs, like the beholders in there and stuff like that.
Yeah, it looks like the main boss, the final boss, is an ancient. Or maybe not an ancient, but a great bronze dragon, or an ancient bronze dragon. And then, yeah, I thought what it was going to be is kind of like a skin thing. And then there was like, oh, you could go to this town that looks like a town in Dungeons and Dragons, and then go and buy weapons that look like Dungeons and Dragons weapons. I thought that's it. But then I watched the video.
Like a skin.
Yeah, then I watched a video and they say that like, oh, you're gonna be able to choose from 4 different D&D classes, and then they all have different fighting styles, and then you can upgrade your weapons and gear, and then you can go to these dungeons and do these dungeons and that and this and that. It looks cool, and I want to play it. However, my Minecraft is weird sometimes and doesn't let me get on and play with friends.
How much did you spend on Minecraft?
0. I grandfathered in because I got it when back when it was.
Yeah.
Back when it was
Mojang.
Yeah, but back when it was just you would go on web and download the fucking web file.
Yeah.
Like right out of beta.
I only asked because, you know, a lot of people got away with, you know, paying very little to none, but like Microsoft paid like $3.4 billion or something like they paid a stupid amount just to have Minecraft.
Right.
So I was just seeing how much you paid for it.
0.
Okay.
Why? Just wondering.
I was just wondering.
0.
Because there are people that would pay billions of dollars
for Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, those motherfuckers better fix mine because I can't even play it. Maybe that's why. They're like, this guy got grandfathered in, kick him out.
Yeah, they're just slowly chopping away at the grandfathered in people, and they're like, well, time to pay the piper with some penis pleasure.
What? That doesn't seem so bad. Wait, am I getting the pleasure, or do I have to do the pleasuring?
I think you would have to do the pleasuring. You're paying them.
I don't like that.
Why would they pleasure you? If they want,
I've got grandfathered in. So since I'm grandfathered
no,
in, I feel like
you're
for
costing
pleasure.
them.
I'm costing them. I'm the reason that Minecraft's even a thing.
Well,
If you really think about it, the people who downloaded the game from a web browser are the reason that game is where it's at today.
I do remember
All those kids who get on every night, you're welcome.
I do remember like just coming into school one day and Minecraft was just like the biggest thing since hot spaghetti. And
Yeah, because cold spaghetti was just not there.
no, it was
But
not.
when
It
hot
was not doing
spaghetti
it with
hit-
hot spaghetti. But I was like, this thing came out of nowhere. And then you play and you're like, this is the greatest game that's ever been invented.
Yeah, and it was shit when it first came out.
Yeah,
compared
it was.
to what it is
Mhm.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Oh man, I'll never forget Lemon Grab, the server Lemon Grab. I had the coolest house
Oh, dude, I
ever on
remember-
that server.
Remember the one guy that went to school with us who's a registered sex offender now? Remember he kept trying to get on that server with us?
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, nobody tell him the server. Then somebody did tell him the server and he got on and we were all pretty mad.
Yeah, I think we stopped playing that server after.
Yeah, because I was like, this guy, we know for a fact he's going to grow up to be a registered sex offender.
Yeah, we knew for a fact, and we were right. I had the coolest house on that server because I had like a house up on the. I had this really cool mountain area with like a tower, and then there was like
yeah, that thing was cool.
I
And then
had the
Kyle
elevator in
Kyle
it.
had the eyesore.
Yeah, Kyle had the eyesore off to the side, and I called it an eyesore because I had such a beautiful area and like such a good like my house was so good, and it was like in the cavern but outside the cavern, hanging off of it. It was so good.
And then you have Kyle's
Kyle
like
built
10 by
this
10 wood block
Oh
house.
my god, the woodblock tower house in my line of sight. I was
Yeah.
like, bro, I came this far out of the main city on this server to build something so good. So I started putting sponges around so he couldn't build anywhere near my stuff. Oh my god.
And then there was
the chicken debacle.
That almost was the demise of the server.
The chicken debacle, man.
Still to this day, unsolved to a degree.
Well,
So
I know exactly what happened.
I think I was at somebody's house when I think I was at Tanner's house when it happened.
It was Kyle's chickens.
Mm-hmm.
I was on. Okay. I was on playing that night and I needed eggs. Okay. I just needed an egg. That's all I needed. Should I confess?
No.
All right. So what happened is somebody
Just-
told me a story of what happened that day.
Just tell like what is Kyle claim
Okay,
on
so
you guys?
Kyle's framing me saying I killed his chickens. However, what I heard happened was somebody went in to get eggs and a chicken got out of the coop. Okay, one chicken got out of the coop.
Because I thought Tanner was there, and I thought Tanner was the one who was like no witnesses and went to go like kill him, or like maybe you said that. See, I don't know the full story.
Might have been a mixture. But one chicken got out. Obviously, that chicken had to be killed because it got out. But the problem is all the other chickens saw somebody kill the other chickens. So there was only one thing to do at that time, and that was to then murder about 100 other chickens because we just couldn't. Not we. That person just couldn't have witnesses.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kyle gets on. He's like, "Where's my chickens?" And immediately blamed us for the demise of his chicken coop. And I'll tell you right now,
Rightfully so.
couldn't prove it. Can't prove it. There's nobody on. There's nobody on at the time. We all logged on and the chickens were gone. It was weird.
I think Kyle stopped playing that server after that.
Mhm.
It was
Yeah.
actually a serious thing, wasn't it?
No, he was mad. He was not happy about it. Because that was back when we were like novices at the game. So we didn't realize like what things were. It was also way before the game was like where it is today. Yeah. I couldn't say who did it. I wonder if that server's still open.
I'm sure it is.
Does that mean our houses are still there? Mine's sponged.
Yeah, maybe. I know like a lot of like first servers ever created, they're like in shambles. Like it's like floating rocks here, but like all the way down to bedrock. Like it looks like someone just took TNT to like the entire servers and just nuked the place. Like they just get so
Interesting.
I think it's like one of the oldest servers in the game. It gets so riddled with like server mods like leaving and not keeping up with it, and then like cheaters just fill it and just
Ruin it.
I mean, there was somebody did a documentary on it. The server, it's like everything's so decimated, and like things like bats that can't reproduce. There was either one bat left, or they completely exterminated the bats in that server. Like that. I mean, it's just there's nothing in that server anymore.
That's wild. They're like all these little ecosystems in their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the metaverse, but better. Like we said, if a game company made the metaverse, it'd be so fucking sick. It'd be so cool.
It'd be a lot better than the Facebook metaverse.
Yeah, or like what the apes made.
What the apes make?
I don't know. They got like a bunch of games that they've made.
Oh, Bored Apes?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like actual like gorilla
The
monkey
monkeys.
apes, the ones that use sticks to like poke in anthills and then just.
Yeah, genius. I just like sometimes when I see those and like there's like 1,000 people like in a room in this video game, they all have their little like skins and they're like, "This is never been done before. This is wild. This is crazy." I'm like, motherfuckers have never played World of Warcraft Storming Stormwind with about 1,000 people, so shut the fuck up, dude. That's real. That's real gaming.
I am kind of I would like to look forward to a time where video games are kind of like, Ready Player One, where
Yeah, you're
it's like,
super into virtual video games. I'm opposite of that. You've always been really into it. Like, you really want like the movable virtual video games. I do not.
Yeah, I
wanna
think
just
that- I think
sit at
they'd
a
be fun.
keyboard and play in front of a screen.
well, I think
it would
like,
be cool.
so,
it's just not my cup
the way
of tea.
the way I think of it is like I think it's really cool, but I do always kind of talk myself down to like it's gonna be physical activity.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to that. That's why the Wii kind of never really took off as like super popular, because people were like, well, I don't want to stand up and bowl, which
The best game on the Wii was not Wii Sports anyways. I don't care what anyone
What?
says. Nah, it was that Wario game where you had all the little mini games where you had to like put the finger in the
the
person's nose and
yeah.
shit. That
Damn
was
it.
the best game
That was
on the Wii. I don't care what anybody says. So fun. There was like stupid shit where you had to like spank
Dude,
somebody's
every-
butt that was going like this on the screen. It's like, what the fuck, dude? This is awesome.
every mini game in there was some sort of
So
fucked
good.
up.
There was
Oh my
somewhere you had to
God.
blow. Like there would be like a table with glasses on it, and then there was like, and it's so simple. And there was like a cloth, so you had to like grab the cloth and rip the cloth off as fast as you can. So you had to take the controllers and rip the controllers and try to not to. So stupid, but best game ever. I almost want to buy a Wii just to let's play that game.
We have a Wii. I could
I'm
go.
sorry, what?
Yeah, we have a Wii.
You have one of those ancient devices?
Yes, because
Are those even allowed to still be in houses?
they're no longer a fire hazard.
Bro, we should go find that Wario game. And let's play
Yeah,
it.
we should. Lauren used to have it. I wonder if she still has it, because I played it with Lauren.
You should check. That game was so good. We could do a whole let's play of that game. I would do a whole let's play of that game. That game was so fun.
Yeah.
Go home and check tonight.
All right, I will, because I think we have the equipment to set up our capture for it.
Yeah, and one of us could just stand off to the side with the lav mic or something. Or we could play at the table. You don't even really...
Yeah, you don't.
Because it's just shaking and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, we're talking about a lot of D&D stuff today.
Well, it's the end of the episode.
D&D Minecraft is coming. We're going to play it. It's going to be cool.
Mm-hmm. That's about it. That's kind of just how we do things here. We just kind of, we don't really report on anything. We are going to go into the after show where Connor's going to show us why he believes that women can still get pregnant through the anus.
Yeah.